Hello, this video is Put Away the Day, a practice to help you unravel from whatever it is that you've been doing today. Maybe you're feeling a little bit stressed or tired, or maybe you're just here to give yourself some space between everything that you've done in your day and going to bed. Lots of people tell me they have trouble sleeping, and when you ask what they do in the run up to bedtime, it's like they're still moving at 100 miles an hour. So to create that space in between everything that we've done already today and going to bed at night gives the body and the mind a little bit of time to shift down a gear or a few gears and prepare ourselves for restful sleep. So I've got all of my props nearby so that once we get into it, there's nothing that I need to do. And once you've gathered all of those in, get yourself settled into a comfortable seat. And my favorite seat changes from time to time, but at the moment, I really like to be on a bolster, and then I've got this blanket underneath my knees. Helps me feel nice and open in the hips and to kind of facilitate a lengthening of the spine. You can always prop underneath the knees. So if you're sitting cross-legged and the knees are lifted, you can place one of your blocks under each knee at a height that works for you, just so that you can really relax here, not bringing any unnecessary tension into this practice. And then we're going to move through some pranayama, some breathing, some gentle movement, and then into a meditation to close. So we'll begin by finding that comfortable seat and just checking in with where we are right now. So closing the eyes, and take yourself back to when you woke up this morning. Can you remember how you felt? Take yourself back to the start of your day. I know it's counterintuitive when yoga is about finding presence, but we'll get there. Just take yourself back to the beginning of your day. Maybe you see yourself snoozing the alarm a few times or jumping out of bed and getting yourself ready for your day. Perhaps showering and getting dressed. Maybe you made breakfast. Maybe you just shot straight out the door. Just moving with yourself as you reminisce about the day. Remembering the conversations you might have had. Remembering the emotions or sensations that you experienced. The things you learned. The things you forgot. The things you did well. And the things that you've learned from. Just following yourself as you move through the day. You don't have to fill in every gap. Just noticing the bits that stand out and the emotions associated with the different parts of your experience today. And notice what comes up as you reminisce about the day that you've had, the day that you're leaving behind. And allow yourself to feel each of those feelings. And allow yourself to think each of the thoughts that passes through your mind. It's not just about letting go, getting rid of them, but just acknowledging the validity of your experience, what it was that your day looked and felt like to you. And then gather yourself back inwards. Find your breath. And let your breath carry you to this moment now. We'll begin to breathe consciously to anchor us into this time right now. To let all of the day drop away again. Now that we've acknowledged what it is that we've experienced, we can let it go. Perhaps recognizing if the breath feels deep, nurturing, or shallow, anxious, or anywhere in between. And you'll lengthen the inhale so you're not gasping for breath. And let that roll into an exhale. 3 more times. And then we're going to take Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So the right hand comes up to the nose. And the thumb can press against the right nostril and the ring finger against the left nostril. The 2 fingers in between can just rest down, or you can place them at the third eye center if that's more comfortable. And then begin to close the right nostril as you breathe in through the left. Close the left, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right and breathe out through the left. And we'll continue that pattern. Keep the spine long, breathe in through the left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. So continue with this pattern, lengthening the breath, equalizing the inhale to the length of the exhale. As you breathe through alternate nostrils, bringing a sense of balance into the body through the breath. And if the nose feels stuffy or you're struggling to alternate between the two, you can imagine it. So you can place the awareness on the inhale on one side and let it go on the other side. Then breathe in on that same side. And carry it back out where you started. Take one more round. And next time you breathe out on the left side, release your right hand back down. Take a moment to just acknowledge the effect of the pranayama, the breath exercise, on the energy, the vibration, the sensations in the body. How does it feel to be here? And then when you're ready, blink the eyes open. Let's raise the arms up alongside the ears. Take hold of the right wrist in the left hand. Keep your right sitting bone down and pour the body over to the left side. If the neck is stiff, you can let the gaze drop down. Otherwise, looking straight ahead. Come back all the way to the top and let your right hand come onto the mat. You slide it along. Keep the left hip rooting down. Maybe the elbow comes to the floor. Maybe you stay up on the right hand. Take a stretch through the left side. And push into the right hand. Come all the way up. Take the right wrist in the left hand. Pour the body to the left side. And then come back to place the hand on the floor. Same thing again, one more time. And then come back to the top. This time taking the left hand in the right. Pouring yourself over to the right side, lengthening the left side of the body, but keeping the right side of the waist long. Rooting down through the sit bones. Take a breath in. And release the left hand onto the floor. Reach up out of the right side of the waist. Maybe the forearm comes to the floor. You can always place a block underneath the forearm if you want to meet it halfway. Try to keep the lower body rooting down. Inhale to the top. Left arm reaches up and over. Lengthen the left side of the waist. And exhale, taking it all the way back down. And walking the hand out. Stretching the side body. And inhale, come back to center. Place the hands behind you. Walk the hands back. Draw the chest forward and stretch through the chest. Broadening through the collarbones. And then start to draw in through the navel. You're going to round the upper back, sweep the arms all the way around in front of you and interlace the fingers, but keep the palms facing you and push back like you're trying to separate the space between the shoulders. And then take an inhale, turn the palms in front of you, push them away as you reach the arms up over your head. And let's give them a good shake all the way down. You're going to come down onto the back of the body now. And maybe if it's cold, you can place your blanket on top of your mat. Otherwise, you might want to keep it close by. We'll use it soon. So if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or the rope from your dressing gown or anything else that you might be able to find. And you're going to come to lie down on the back of the body and loop the strap around your right foot. And the left leg extends onto the floor and you're pushing through the heel. The back of the body stays connected to the ground. And rather than pulling and straining, you're just using the strap so that you can kind of rest into the right hip, letting that leg get heavy. Nice. Take the left hand onto your left hip. Using the inhale, start to drop the right leg to the right side. Now, as soon as the left hip starts peeling off, you've gone a little bit too far. So make sure the back of the body can stay connected to the ground. And then bring it back to center. Hug the knee into your chest. Release the strap for a moment. Draw that knee in, taking it wide to the right armpit. And then catch it with the left hand and draw it across the body. Gazing over your right shoulder, maybe extending the right arm. Coming back to center. Let the right leg extend. Bring your left knee in. Loop the strap over the ball of the left foot and send your heel up to the sky. Shoulders soften down. There's no force or strain, just allow the body to rest into the ground. Let the left leg get heavy in the hip joint. Then take both straps in the left hand, right hand onto the hip, and you can use that to ground it down as you begin to open the left leg out to the side. Gaze over your right shoulder. Keep pushing through the heel so that left leg stays straight. And then coming back to center. Bend your knee. And draw it in towards the left armpit. Pushing through the right heel. And then taking the leg across the body, finding a spinal twist. The left arm can extend, the gaze can drop over the shoulder. And then coming back to the center. Hug both knees in towards the chest. And have a little sway from side to side. And either rocking up and down the spine or roll onto your side to push yourself up to seated. From seated, roll over onto the knees and push back to a downward facing dog. And we'll take pigeon pose, so taking the right shin to the top of the mat. You can use a bolster to prop up the upper body, or you can come all the way down onto your front. Try to let the body soften down. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe closing the eyes. And just be present here, using this breath to create space in the body. Slowly walk yourself back up. Tuck the toes behind you, push back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in through the nose and let it go. And then place the left leg to the top of the mat. Lengthening the right leg away. Folding the body down. Breathing space and lightness to the body. So we can gently shift any heaviness. Put the day behind us and just be here now. And then slowly walk the hands up, push into the hands, and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Bring yourself onto your knees and then come round to seated. Slide yourself to the middle of the mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Taking blocks or cushions to support underneath the knees. Even if the hips are really open, it's really nice to be supported here. You can place the bolster on your feet. And then come to lie down. And as you lie here, close your eyes. Allow yourself to totally relax. Any thoughts of the day that you've had come into the mind, come back to your breath. Leave it behind you now. Allow yourself to just be here. Stay for a few more breaths. Before making our way onto the back of the body now. Perhaps propping underneath the knees, maybe covering yourself with a blanket or grabbing a jumper. I'm going to take a relaxation, which I'll guide you through. And get yourself comfy, cozy and warm. And then just allow yourself to drop down into the ground. And observe what is in the mind. Can you let it pass through? All that has happened in the day up to now was perfect, even if it doesn't seem that way. Trust that where you are now is exactly where you are meant to be. And that it results from a very deliberate series of events that have led you here. Let yourself be here. In this very moment, in this very breath. Everything that has happened until now is no longer real. The only thing that is real is this. Just as we are. Put away your day and be here. Acknowledge all that has come before and then release. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. Gently allow yourself to become aware of the physical parts of yourself again, and the body resting against the ground. Reaching the arms over your head for a full body stretch. Maybe gathering your knees in. Stay sleepy, heavy, and don't move too quickly. And then staying soft as you come up to seated. Letting the eyes remain closed or the gaze stay down so we're not jumping around the space. And if anything is lingering, just acknowledge that it's there and offer a release with your next breath. Trusting that all the events that have led up to this moment are just as they should be. And the only thing that exists is this moment as we put away the day, unwind, and allow ourselves that valuable space to just be. Namaste.